We all like to go on vacations, and most of the time, going somewhere new is amazing and fun. But there's just some places that we can't go, like an island filled with hundreds of crocodiles, an island filled with thousands of snakes, and even places where the air is so toxic that it will kill you. So today, I'll be talking about the deadliest places that you should never visit. Okay, so I don't really know how to start this video, but of course, thank you to Tub for shouting me out once again. Like, that was unexpected, and I already thanked him privately, of course, but to all of you guys watching, thank you so much for giving me a chance by liking my videos, commenting, and of course subscribing. And to be honest, I kind of like the comments more than anything, just because as a small content creator, like, you guys enjoying my videos and saying in the comments, that just means the world to me. Like, it does. And the fact that we're almost at 2.5 thousand subscribers is insane, because in my last video we weren't even at 2,000. Like, we were kind of far away from it, but the fact that we hit 2,000 subs in like under 24 hours, dude, ridiculous. So of course, thank you to Tub once again, and thank you to all of you guys for giving me a chance, and I cannot wait till we hit 100,000 subscribers. I know we're like 2% there, and we're still far away from 100,000, but we'll get there one day, and hopefully soon, because you guys really do enjoy my videos. And once I get 200,000, I will be doing a collab with Tub, and I haven't really put much thought into it, to be honest, because we're still far away from 100,000, but I do have a pretty cool video idea to make with him, so stay tuned till that. But other than that, let's explore the deadliest places that you should never visit. The Strid. This is one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The Strid is a river and is part of the River Wharfe in North England. The river doesn't look too crazy compared to other rivers, and it doesn't even look bad to swim in. But if you happen to fall in the waters, you will begin to flow vertically in the tight shafts. The banks of the river are actually just overhangs, and underneath there are water cave systems, and the dangerous currents will pull you underwater, which you won't be able to get out. The Strid has already killed many people, and the survival rate of surviving the Strid is 0%, because it will 100% kill you. The death count hasn't really been documented over the years, so there isn't a specific number of people who have died from the Strid. But there's a famous story that in 1988, a couple that were in their honeymoon went missing and are believed to be killed by the Strid. Area 51. No shit, you aren't allowed to go to Area 51, because if you do, you're gonna get no-scoped across the map. That building is heavily secured by the military, because Area 51 is a high-security military research facility well known for housing some of the world's biggest secrets and cover-ups. To many conspiracy theorists, it is also famous for hiding information on aliens and UFO sightings. We may never know the complete story of what occurs at Area 51 because the level of security is so high. The depth of what happens on the inside remains a mystery, because motion sensors and patrols of armed guards are a constant, always on the lookout for invasive forces, and it is a no-fly zone, because if you fly over it, you will get shot down. I think, at least, or I'm probably mistaken for the GTA 5 military base, but it's the same thing in a way. Also, since I did mention conspiracy theorists, soon I will be making a conspiracy theory video talking about mainstream conspiracy theories and some brand new 2022 conspiracy theories, which that video should be a collab, so maybe, at least, because I'm still like talking to somebody to do a collab video with, and no, it's not Tub. Tub will be at 100k, which hopefully we get there soon. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I am doing a conspiracy theory video, which hopefully it is a collab, so if you guys want to comment down some popular mainstream conspiracy theories, I may pick those for the video. Deadman's Island. There's an island in the south of England called Deadman's Island, because when you get to that island, you'll see bones, skulls, and coffins littered all over the island. This island is closed off to the public, but a BBC journalist visited the island in 2017 and described it as if he was in a horror movie. There's even a part of the island called Coffin Bay where there's a lot of open coffins with human bones in them. There's over 200 sets of human bones on the island. You may be wondering, how on earth is there an island filled with human bones? Well, the remains are believed to be those of men and boys who died of contagious diseases on board floating prisons known as prison hulks, which were moored off the Isle of Sheppey more than 200 years ago. They were buried in unmarked coffins in 6 feet of mud, which over time it causes the bones to rise up if there's any heavy rainstorms. Because of this, it is now considered a burial ground, so that's the reason why people haven't cleaned up the island and they just left it how it was, just to pay respect to the dead. Snake Island. Off the coast of Brazil, there's an island filled with snakes. No other animal lives there other than venomous snakes, and they eat birds that will occasionally swoop down for water. It is estimated that for every 1 square meter on the island, there's a snake. Like I said, you can't visit the island unless you have special permission, because the island is also an important laboratory for biologists and researchers, and they're granted special permission to visit the island in order to study the golden latchheads. 90% of snake bites in Brazil come from latchhead snakes, a close cousin to the golden latchhead. So scientists will milk the venom out of the snakes and will be used for antivenom and medicine. There's also an urban legend in Brazil that states that pirates fill the island with snakes to protect pirates' gold, but that's only an urban legend and probably not real, since the snakes became trapped on the island thousands of years ago following the end of the last ice age, when rising ocean levels disconnected the island from the mainland. Gas Mask Island. Miyake-jima, nicknamed Gas Mask Island, is a volcanic island located in Honshu, Japan. The volcano's name is Mount Oyama, and over the past centuries, the volcano has released poisonous sulfuric gas, and if you breathe the gas in, you will die. 4,000 people lived on the island, and 2,162 people were forced to evacuate due to Mount Oyama erupting on July 8th, 2000, because more than 17,500 earthquakes happened within a month. And in 2005, the government allowed the people back in, but you have to wear a gas mask when you're outside at all times. And believe it or not, many people who evacuated decided to move back to their home even though there's poisonous gas all over the air. And it's actually a famous tourist spot where you do have to buy a gas mask. There's also many famous photos of this where people wear gas masks on wedding days, swimming, or just kids playing outside. And all those photos are fake. And by the way, researching this information was kinda hard just because many websites that I did visit, it was like a very old website from the 2000s, so it was kind of formatted weird. And also for some reason, I've been getting so many dates of the eruption. Like some articles would say that the volcano erupted on June like 28th, some of them say July 8th, like early July, late June. So for some reason I couldn't find the exact date. I don't know why. So if I accidentally said something that's incorrect, please correct me if I'm wrong, because for some reason I found so many different dates for that specific year, like late June to early July. And not gonna lie, I kind of believe those fake photos. Like, I should have known it's fake. Like, this happened in 2005, and those photos looked like if they were taken in the 1940s, black and white, and for some reason they're wearing very old clothes, which in reality this happened in 2005. So obviously we have colored cameras, and also photos in 2005, they weren't like good quality compared to those black and white fake photos. So yeah, even though the island doesn't necessarily look creepy, there is still poisonous gas in the air, and even though these images are fake, here's like a real image of the gas mask. Like, it's a pretty cool like face mask, but it's just a gas mask. Chernobyl. I briefly mentioned this in my horror games based on true events video because Chernobyl was actually an inspiration for the Chernobyl-like game. The Chernobyl disaster was a nuclear accident that occurred on April 26, 1986 in Reactor 4 in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant near the city of Pripyat in the north of the Ukraine SSR in the Soviet Union. It is considered the worst nuclear disaster in history, both in cost and casualties. Reactor 4 blew up, killing 31 people immediately, but it is claimed that the nuclear incident killed up to 50 people, and before the incident, it was the home of 14,000 people, and now only 600 people live there. And there's also more wildlife living there than humans. It is one of the most radioactive places in the world, and you can actually still visit it till this day, but you have to wear some type of mask when you're there because some areas are more radioactive than others. There's even a statue next to where Reactor 4 used to be, and there's actually a 2-hour limit on how long you can stay because if you stay there more than 2 hours, you will die because of the toxic air. Lake Natron, aka the deadliest lake on Earth, because if you go in the lake, it can turn you into stone. This lake is located in northern Tanzania on the border with Kenya, lying in the East African Rift System. So how can a lake turn you into stone? The alkaline water in Lake Natron has a pH level as high as 10.5 and is so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of animals that aren't adapted to it. And also the lake is next to an active volcano and it doesn't shoot out normal lava. Instead, it shoots out a rare black lava which is called natron. Natron has sodium and potassium carbonate, and once mixed in the water, in this case the lake, it makes a substance typically used for mummification so it can preserve the body. And once preserved, your body won't decay. With natron in the water, it makes the lake turn red, and flamingos are actually immune to this since their feet have tougher skin and have special glands to drink the water. Humans can technically swim at Lake Natron depending on the season because sometimes it can burn your skin off if the temperature is too high, but in much cooler seasons you could swim in it safely, but if it touches your eyes or any cuts, you will feel intense burning. When the lake is hot, it is possible for a human to be turned into stone, but it's not immediately, and if you happen to drown and stay underwater for a good period of time, your body can turn into stone. Ramree Island. This island holds the world record for largest human massacre caused by animals. Unfortunately for the people fleeing in the massacre, the mangrove jungle of Ramree Island is home to an unknown number of the largest reptilian predators in the world, the saltwater crocodile. With World War II nearing its end, in the early months of 1945, hundreds of Japanese soldiers got slaughtered during the Ramree Island crocodile attack. It is claimed that 1,000 soldiers entered and only 20 made it out alive. And you can actually visit Ramree Island, but why would you? It is part of the Guinness World Record book with the record for the most men killed by animals. In the 40s and 50s, it had many more crocodiles, but over the years, many hunters would kill them, so there isn't as many as there once were. And I can't imagine being slaughtered by a crocodile. Like those crocodiles from Ramree Island, they're gigantic and huge. And the fact that many of those crocodiles attacked many soldiers in World War II, that's pretty dark. And I know I didn't talk about World War II that much for this segment. I only talked about Ramree Island, but let's be real, I am not your history teacher. And instead of talking about like history, I'll just talk about like little dark stuff that happened in that part of history. Like for example, World War II. I'm not going to talk about World War II, so instead, I'll talk about Ramree Island, which I just did, and yeah, dude, that island has so many crocodiles, like, it's insane. Gruinard Island, also known as Anthrax Island. This island looks like a pretty cool island. Well, if you go to it, you'll die. This Scottish land was actually a biological testing site which caused the whole place to be contaminated by anthrax. Anthrax is a serious infection disease caused by gram-positive rod-shaped bacteria known as Bacillus anthracis. It occurs naturally in soil and commonly affects domestic and wild animals around the world, and people can get sick with anthrax if they come in contact with affected animals, contaminated animal products, and in this case, the island. Once on the island, you have to wear a hazmat suit in order to live, but you aren't allowed to visit, while the government researchers are allowed to. Even though the island got contaminated in 1942, it is still contaminated till this day. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is an island located in the Indian Ocean. There's many other islands next to it, but even the nearby islands aren't allowed to go. Same goes to tourists and scientists. The people who live in the island are the Sentinelese, which is an indigenous tribe that live in the island for 60,000 years in complete isolation from the world. They don't know what McDonald's is, they don't know what Netflix is, and they don't know what a horse is. They are located right next to India, and I think North Sentinel Island is still technically part of the Indian government, but the government doesn't mess with the island and lets the island do their own thing. The Sentinelese are considered to be aggressive, and if you get too close to the island, they will kill you with bows and spears. But in 1991, there has been contact with North Sentinel Island, and they were surprisingly friendly. But in 1997, all visits would be restricted by the Indian government because human interaction can be harmful to the people on the island because their immune system is horrible because they don't have medicine and they haven't been adapted to other diseases that are well known to the world. Even though there was a slight period of time where you could go visit the island, there was only one successful visit, which was the one in 1991, where the island was surprisingly friendly. But that was just for the one time. And in 2018, John Chow would visit the island illegally because he was fascinated with these people, and he wanted to go to the island to preach religion to the tribe. Look, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but do you think the Sentinel people even know what religion is? And they 100% don't know English, so if you're gonna go there, talk to them about religion, they're not even going to understand you, so what's the point? So when he went to the island, he was shot by arrows, as he should have expected, but the arrow hit the Bible instead of him, so he survived and swam back to the boat. Okay, cool, he learned his lesson. He should go back home, right? No, because he decides the next day he's going to go back to the island. Bruh. And since he went back to the island the next day, he didn't make it out alive. I legit don't know what he was thinking, to be honest, and I do want to be respectful to him, but at the same time, like, the Sentinelese, they probably don't know what religion is, and you speak English, while they speak a whole complete language that I assume nobody else speaks. It's just them, so you can't even like talk to them. So I don't know his logic, man. Like, rest in peace, obviously, but man, he wanted to talk about religion to people who don't even speak his language or know what religion is. Doesn't make sense. And that is the end of deadliest places that you should never visit. And all I have to say is I cannot wait to record the next video because you guys are the ones who are keeping me motivated. And of course, thank you for all the insane support, man. We've gained so much new subscribers because of Tub, and of course, you guys giving me a chance on watching my videos, and it does mean a lot to me. And if you want to know what the next video is going to be, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Morbid for Fun because I always give you guys updates on the newest videos. But yeah, thank you so much, and what else do I want to say? I legit don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm extremely happy, and I cannot wait to edit this video and post it for you guys because the support has been insane. But if you liked the video so far, don't forget to like the video, of course, and comment down your thoughts because I just love reading your comments. Like, dude, best part for a small creator is the comments because it just makes me very happy. And if you're new here and didn't come from Tub for some reason, don't forget to subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.